I never expected a simple IT request to change the way I looked at my boss forever. I'm a quiet guy at work, the kind who keeps his head down, fixes computers, updates software, and avoids drama like it's a contagious disease. But my boss, Elena Hart, was nothing like anyone else in that building. Smart, sharp, confident, and the kind of woman whose presence made people correct their posture the second she walked by. She was the youngest department head in the entire company, and I was just the tech guy assigned to her floor. Our interactions were usually short, "Good morning. My printer died again. Can you look at this later?" Things like that. I never imagined anything beyond that, not even in my dreams. One Thursday afternoon around 6:30 p.m. she called me into her office. Everyone else had left. The floor was basically dark except for her office lights. She stood by the window, her hair tied loosely, her blazer off, sleeves rolled up. She looked tired but somehow more beautiful than ever. "My system froze again," she sighed. "I really need these files tonight. Can you take a look?" I nodded, dropped my backpack on the chair, and sat at her desk. She handed me her password, which she almost never did. "Don't judge the wallpaper," she added with a small laugh. When I logged in, the screen flickered for a moment before showing her desktop. And right there, right in front, was a picture of her. Not a casual selfie, not a corporate headshot, a personal photo. She was standing on a beach, hair down, wearing a sundress, laughing like someone had told her the world's best joke. It didn't look posed, it looked real, soft, human, beautiful. I blinked, trying to focus on the system logs, but the picture kept catching my eye. Not because it was inappropriate, it wasn't, but because I had never seen her look so free. I felt her step closer behind me. "Oh," she said softly, noticing what I saw, "forgot that was there." My face heated instantly. "Sorry, I didn't. It's okay," she cut in. But there was something in her voice, something almost nervous. Elena, nervous. That was new. She sat on the edge of her desk, close enough for me to feel the warmth of her presence. "Do you," she began, struggling for a moment. "Do you think I look pretty in that photo?" I froze. Of all the things she could have asked, that was the last. I mean, yes," I stammered. You're very pretty." She watched my face as if she was trying to read the truth behind the words. "Not just the photo," she said quietly. "Me, do you think I'm pretty?" I swallowed hard. She wasn't flirting. She wasn't teasing. She looked genuinely unsure. It threw me off completely. "Yes," I said finally, steadying my voice. "I think you're beautiful. Anyone would." She looked away, exhaling a breath she'd been holding. It's been a long time since someone said that and meant it. That surprised me. Elena had everyone's attention all the time. But then again, admiration isn't the same as sincerity. She tucked a loose strand of hair behind her ear. "Thank you," she added, almost whispering. I fixed her system, did updates, and removed some corrupted files. The whole time she stayed too close, watching, glancing at me now and then like she was thinking about something she didn't want to say. When I finished, I stood up to leave. "Elena, your computer should be fine now." She nodded, but she didn't step back. In fact, she blocked my way slightly. "Do you have a minute?" she asked. I hesitated. "Sure." She paced once, clasping her hands like someone preparing to reveal something big. "You're different," she finally said. "Everyone here either wants something from me or puts on an act. You don't. You look at me like I'm human." I didn't know how to respond to that. She continued before I could speak. "I noticed you long before today," she admitted. "You don't think I pay attention, but I do." My heart thumped. "What do you mean?" She stepped closer again, her voice softer. "The way you help everyone without complaining, the way you treat me the same as you treat any other employee, the way you're calm, steady, kind." I had no idea she saw any of that. And today, when you saw that photo, you didn't smirk, you didn't make it weird, you just looked, then looked away, respectfully. She took a breath. It meant something. The room felt smaller, warmer, more dangerous. "Elena," I managed. "I didn't mean to." "I know," she said gently, "and that's why I'm talking to you." She went silent for a moment, then added, "I don't really let people see me outside this office, but you make it feel okay." I didn't know what to do with that. My boss, confident, untouchable, admired by everyone, was looking at me like she wanted to be seen, really seen. "Elena," I said carefully, "why are you telling me all this?" Her voice cracked just slightly. Because sometimes when you're surrounded by people, you can still feel alone. And today, when you looked at that photo, I felt like you saw the real me. Before I could respond, her phone rang. She ignored it. "Can I ask you something else?" she said. "Anything. If we weren't boss and employee," she whispered, "would you ever consider having dinner with someone like me?" Her tone wasn't playful, it wasn't commanding, it was vulnerable, a word I never thought I'd associate with her. "Yes," I said without hesitation. "I would." She let out a small laugh, not confident but relieved. "Good." The silence after that wasn't awkward. It felt electric. She walked to the coat rack, picked up her blazer, then stopped. "Actually," she said, turning back to me, "are you hungry?" My brain stalled. "You mean now?" she nodded. "Right now." I didn't know if this was crossing lines, blurring them, or erasing them entirely, but she looked at me with an expression I couldn't ignore, hopeful, curious, and strangely trusting. "Okay," I finally said. "Let's go." She smiled, a real one this time, and grabbed her bag. As we walked out of the building together, she stayed close, our shoulders brushing. Something had shifted. Something undeniable. Outside, under the streetlights, she stopped walking. "Can I ask one more thing?" she said. "Yeah." She bit her lip slightly, her voice trembling in a way that made my heart pound. "Do you still think I'm pretty, even now?" She looked up at me, eyes soft, waiting. And for the first time since I met her, I didn't hold back. "Elena," I said quietly, "I think you're stunning." Her breath caught, and she stepped closer. Close enough that I could feel her heartbeat. But she didn't kiss me. She just whispered, "Thank you, no one sees me like that." We walked on, side by side, and I knew, whatever tonight turned into, nothing between us would ever be the same again.